there guys, welcome again to our 2D game development in VB with A8Lib. So first I'm going to show you the work I've done. This is kind of a big update. So first you're going to notice that now the start window is much better. Okay, it's still this one's for test. You have a Mavic Creator and you can start your game. So now we're going to play in window mode. I've already created a map. I'm going to use test 1. I'm going to click open and start the game. Okay, so it's going to take me some time for the game to load because there are many characters. Okay, so what we have here, you can see that there are these kind of boxes, silver boxes. Okay, and the motion is a little bit slow. That is because I am recording at the same time. Okay, and yeah, so let me show you the additions here. As you can see, the trees are a little bit different. Okay, so if we go up here, you'll find that the Dynamite is grayed out, and also we have this kind of bouncing bomb. And these will be your weapons, and you can choose between them at runtime. So if you hit 1, you will be able to select the Dynamite. If you hit 2, you will be able to select the bombs. So now I'm selecting 1, and I'm going to use a space to throw one. Now there is also a difference. Check this out. Now you can see the Dynamite is rotating while you are throwing it in the air. Okay, now this is the first one. As for the bouncing bombs, okay, you can just when you throw it, it's gonna bounce, okay, and later on it's gonna explode. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now let's jump here, let's jump here. Okay, and yeah, so we have these enemies now. Also, as you can see, I changed the main character. Okay, and now let's try to kill this guy over here. Okay, so now okay, okay, the problem with these bouncing bombs that you cannot predict them, and since they bounce, you will not be able to kill the enemy that easily. But in a few cases, they will help you, I guess. The Dynamite is much better because it will explode as soon as it hits the ground or some kind of platform, so it's much better. Okay, so I think I can demonstrate this in a minute. Let me see. Okay, now this map is a little bit big. It's 1000 by 1000 brick. So this is also another addition. What I created is a routine that will allow you to generate a complete map. Obviously you can modify that to address after generating the map, you need to just check it out and modify a few things, because this map is actually random. Yeah, okay, so you can see. Okay, so we were able to kill a few of those guys. Okay, there we go. And anyway, so in a few situations like these, okay, you are able to kill these guys. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I guess you get the idea about this. Now let me show you another addition. Okay, now I'm gonna run this again, and this time I'm gonna choose the second test. Okay, and I'm gonna start the game. Now the difference here is that you will have a wallpaper as a background. Okay, so let's load. Okay, now what you see here, did you see the background? Actually this is an image, and you can actually put any kind of image in the background. And the background is going to shift after you move for a while. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, it's moving slowly when your character moves to the right. If you are going up or down. Okay, all you need is a little bit a big image. Okay, and it doesn't have to be BMP. You can use JPEG. I am using JPEG right now. Okay, and yeah, these are the additions. Okay, the last thing you might want to see here, after double clicking this one, is the Mavic Creator, and here I'm gonna enter 100 block by 100 block map. Okay, and now I'm gonna use this this cursor. I'm gonna go to the end of the map. There we go. Okay, now to create a map, I would have to press J. Okay, this one still needs more work. So it's gonna ask you how many layers of rocks do you want. So now I want, for example, 5 layers. Okay, and how many tree do you want? I want, for example, 19. And how many water ponds or lakes or whatever. I want, for example, 5. It will not create 5 exactly, but it's gonna try. So after you click enter, you can see that we got this little map. You don't have to do it block by block by yourself, and obviously you can put your character here. You can place a health box, you can place a bouncing bomb box, or you can, for example, put a dynamite box, as you can see, and also a shoebox, etc., etc. So these are the additions. Let's check out the code and see what's the difference. Okay, what happened to the code. So, okay, now where should I start? Well, first let's go to the box class. Okay, so the box class, if you remember from previous videos, it represents a box with items in them. So now we added a new type of item, which is bouncing bomb. Okay, and obviously we are gonna load the image for that type of box. And if you go here, this is the name of the image. Okay, I am going to show you the folder. This is the first sorry, this is the first thing. Okay, now let's go to our let me see, where is that? Okay, so here, ignited bouncing bomb. Okay, this is the other class. It's almost like Dynamite, but with a few differences. So it has almost all the properties of Dynamite, even same enumeration, same things, except for these two values, which is the old Y value and old time. Okay. The old Y value and old time will be used in order to trigger the bomb and make it explode. Okay, so if the Y value for the bomb hasn't changed much within a time frame, it's gonna explode. So let's check the code over here. So now when you are creating this bouncing bomb, there is this property, can bounce. Usually we set it to false, and now we're gonna set it to true. Okay, and our basic class is gonna handle all the work for us. Okay, okay, and this is all to the that has to do with the constructor. Now the update location for this one is almost exactly the same as the Dynamite, except for this part of code. So what happens here, is that we are checking the finding the absolute value of the of location change in the y of the y component change for the bomb. In other words, it is not going up or not going down. Okay, so if this is correct, then we are going to check, and the old time is going to be used to save the let's say a time, the start time for bomb ticking. Okay, for bomb tick, this is the start time. Okay, if its value is not 0, it means that the bomb started ticking some time ago. So if the bomb if the bomb has been ticking for more than 1000 milliseconds, it means it spent more than 1 second. In that case, we are going to cancel the bouncing property, which usually means that it's gonna explode. Okay, and it's gonna explode because you can remember the previous code of the Dynamite that says if it landed on something solid, it's the Dynamite stick should explode. So anyway, now if the change is more than 2, equal to 2 or more than that, then the starting time will be resetted. So you are not gonna compute from that time. So this is all to the bouncing bomb. Okay. Also, you need to set the old y value equal to the current bomb y value. Okay. Okay. So this is the ignited bomb. Let's go to our hero class, and now what we added are two variables or two properties or members, whatever. So here we have the bouncing bomb count. This is obviously going to count how many bouncing bombs are we carrying with us, and here the current weapon, which weapon you are carrying with you. Okay, now in the update location, all is the same except for if we are pressing the digit 1 and 2. Where's that? Okay, so here if we are pressing the first digit, what that means our current weapon is Dynamite. If we are pressing 2, that means our current weapon is bombs. Okay, now let's go to the status here. Now the status is being updated with a few variables also too. Here we are gonna pass the bouncing bomb count in order to render that, and the current user weapon. Okay, so all we have to do okay, obviously we are going to load the icon or image for the bouncing bomb to display it, and sorry, we changed the way we display the Dynamite. So here, if our current weapon is Dynamite, then then its alpha value is 1, which means it's not going to be transparent. Okay, otherwise we are setting the transparency to 0.5. That's why you can see it a little bit dim. Okay, it means it's half semi-transparent, half transparent. Same goes for the bouncing bomb. Same principle here. And then we're gonna throw the bomb, and yeah, that's all to it. Finally, the last part. Let's go to general operations, and this is the render sub. Okay, so what are we doing here? Well, this is it's the same, almost the same. So I changed this one. Which one? Okay, this was in the previous code, it was dynamite boxes or dynamite sticks or something like that. So I changed it to Dynamite and Bomb list, and I changed its type to basic creature here. Okay, and the reason for that, it's gonna store bouncing bombs and dynamite. Okay, so it can handle both types because it's the type of the basic class. Okay, the rest of the code is almost the same. Okay. You are gonna update the location. As you can see, there is no much change here, and the only part where we added something is here. Where is it? Okay, so it's here. This is the first one. So here we are picking one of the boxes. So if the box content is bouncing bomb, increase that by increase the number of bouncing bombs by 3, and play the sound of bouncing bombs. And where's that? The last one. Let me see. Okay, so the last one is when you press space. So when you are gonna press space, the code here is changed. If the current weapon is dynamite, check that you have some and then use it. If the current weapon is bouncing bombs, then create a new ignited bouncing bomb object and use that. Yeah. So these are the most important changes in the code. The rest is just few loops and stuff like that in order to generate the environment. If you are interested in these, in generating the environment, go to the map and go to create random map. Okay, so this part allows you to put rocks, and then this part allows you to put some grass, and this part allows you to create some water ponds. Okay, and we need to do a few passes to make sure that the player can jump these ponds, something like that. And then we put few apple trees. It's not that difficult. It's very straightforward. You can check the code. Yeah. Oh, one thing here I forgot to tell you about the wallpaper. The wallpaper here. Well, I guess I need to show you this. So here, I created this simple class. It's called wallpaper class, and the reason for it is it's gonna save some kind of information about our wallpaper. So here, this is gonna be the image. This is gonna be a flag that will tell me that I need to use a wallpaper, and the width and height of our wallpaper, and few variables. Okay, so what happens in our code simply is that after loading the map, the system is going to search for a file with the same name of the map with the extension .jpg. Okay, let me show you here. Where's that? Okay, so you can see here this is the extension I'm searching for, and if that file is available, we are going to load the file here. Okay, we're going to load the file, and then we are going to take its dimensions. We're going to set the flag to use wallpaper, and continue with our code by calculating few things that we need in order to make the background move a little bit when your character is moving to the right or left, up and down. Okay, so in the render map, okay, almost all the code is the same, and now we just add this simple if statement. So if wallpaper dot use wallpaper, here we are selecting the shift coordinates, and then we are drawing the wallpaper shifted by these values. Okay, and the library is going to clip things for us, so don't worry about it. Okay, and the rest is almost the same. I also updated the code of the basic creature a little bit. There were a few bugs. I added few lines of code there just to fix these. I modified a few things here, tried to make it a little bit better. I still need to make this code cleaner. Anyway, regardless of that, I hope you will find this useful. If you want to check the code, try to understand it, you can download it from the website. And if you want just to try the game, you can also download the whole thing and just go to the debug folder. In the debug folder, you can just go to, when you go to debug folder here, it's inside the bin directory, you can just double click the geek fight. Okay, this is a stupid name anyway. The map will be available in the maps folder. You can see this is the image here. Okay, this is the image. I just modified with GIMP. I took it when I was hiking, and these are 2 maps. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I guess that will be all. If you have suggestions or notes, questions, or ideas about this game, let me know, please. Send your comments and notes to notes@mka-soft.com. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Bye bye.